Hi, I'm going to go through some pros and cons of two of the most popular video editing programs, which will hopefully help when it comes to picking the right software for you or your business. Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro share a lot of similarities, as well as some pretty major differences, which might just sway you one way or the other. It's worth noting that this is not an exhaustive list, just some key things to consider. Let's start off with operating systems. Mac or PC? This is going to be an important consideration early on, potentially affecting which of the two editing programs you can go for. If you're already running on or planning to use Mac, your options here remain open. You can use either Final Cut or Premiere on an Apple machine. If you're intending to use a Windows PC, however, you're limited to Premiere Pro only. This is because Adobe software works on either Mac or Windows systems, while Final Cut can only be used on Mac, being an Apple-only product. The point here goes to Premiere Pro for its flexibility. Pricing and payment options are other important things to consider, especially when budgets vary drastically between individual freelancers and larger video agencies. Access to Premiere Pro comes by way of a subscription, which currently works out about £19.97 per month on the annual paid monthly option. Meanwhile, Final Cut is offered as a one-time purchase of £249.99. Once you've made your purchase, you own the software indefinitely. A bigger initial purchase, investing in Final Cut, saves on cost long-term, winning the point here, especially for those on tighter budgets. For those looking to get into video editing or just starting their videography career, Final Cut is frequently described as the more accessible software. Easy to understand and well organised, it is the better tool for first-time users. It just makes sense. Premiere Pro arguably takes a while longer to get used to, with more workspaces to wrap your head around, but once you get a hold of it, it's a very rewarding and customisable editing program. After the learning curve, a benefit of using Premiere is that its interface and tools share many similarities with Adobe's other products, which can help if you ever need to use After Effects or Photoshop, for example. However, for accessibility, that's a point for Final Cut. Without a doubt, Premiere's Lumetri Color offers superior and streamlined color correction. The color panel allows users to make quick yet advanced adjustments to their videos, compared to Final Cut's method of manually adding corrections individually and clicking between separate correction tabs. Premiere's adjustment layers also save an editor some time, allowing the users to add blanket adjustments to any clips underneath that layer. Need to add a vignette to several clips? Throw it on an adjustment layer. Efficiency is key for a video editor, so having the ability to easily customize your own workspace so that Lumetri's interface is always to hand is extremely useful. Premiere gets the point here. A big consideration, differences between the types of timeline used by both programs may come down to personal preference. Premiere's non-linear timeline allows you to nest sequences and subsequences on several tracks for a high level of organization, while audio is automatically separated from video and rests on its own dedicated audio track. The timeline allows users full control and flexibility, so I personally lean towards Premiere here. Final Cut's magnetic timeline is trackless, relying on a primary storyline. Other clips and audio attach to this storyline, allowing for constant and easy synchronization. Final Cut's timeline is more responsive, take a clip out halfway through a project, and all the following clips ripple delete to that point, saving you some time. All in all, there's no clear winner on the timeline. These are just a handful of key differences between these two great programs, and in my opinion, there's no clear winner. As a reason, Final Cut and Premiere are two of the most popular video editing tools. So if you find yourself having to choose between the two, remember to think first about your preferences for operating systems, your budget, your editing confidence, how you'd like to color grade, and what kind of timeline you'd like to work on, among other things.